So it was announced to me yesterday that Will Smith made an apology video, 4 months after the Slapageddon went down. I gotta say, this is pretty crazy apology. Before we dive into that, though, I just want to say I'm sorry that I haven't been here for a while. I was gonna try and update you yesterday with a video that I had, but I had to send it to somebody to figure out why the audio is all messed up. Just to give you like a bookmark note, it moved again, so yeah, that's about all. Like why I haven't been gone for why I haven't been around for the last few months or few weeks. But yeah, I just want to dive into this Will Smith's apology because it is just goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Not to dive in too quickly or give any commentary too fast and interrupt, but yeah, he's taken a lot of advice from James Charles, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, uh, any known YouTuber who's shit at making apologies, and he did it right away. He did the and then came in slowly, sat down, did the cool, super edited intro. And I gotta say, I'm very disappointed in Will because there's one thing that he didn't do that I wish he would have done. He didn't bring any animals in. I know every YouTuber's making these jokes, but yeah, if you're gonna make a shitty YouTube apology, you might want to bring in some animals.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man. And this is probably irreparable.
Yeah, so in case you can't tell from that minute long clip that I just showed, this is not like your standard apology. He not once does he say the words "I'm sorry." Instead, he proceeds to talk about how he apologizes to everyone's family. Which I mean, that's a start. He didn't say the words "I'm sorry," but he did start off pretty well. I think came in. I apologize. He also said that if Chris ever wants to talk, his doors are open and he can talk whenever. But I don't think that he's gonna be talking to you anytime soon. Will you slapped the shit out of him so hard he spun like in a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon. Uh, yeah, I just think it's hilarious that he apologizes to Chris's mom and everyone, but he never explicitly says the words "I'm sorry."
I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Will, but I don't believe that you spent the last 3 months trying to figure out the complexities or how deep it was, because, gotta be honest, it wasn't that deep. You walked up on stage and slapped somebody so hard they got sent straight to the Shadow Realm and banished to hell. Like, you slapped a man so fucking hard, he turned white, bro. Like, it's not that deep. You were mad at him. I don't get why you're acting like it's some deep ass shit. Like, it's not that deep. You just cocked your arm back and slapped him.
And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment.
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to unpack here, Will. And honestly, I gotta be keep it a buck for a minute. I think that that was the right way to handle it because it sparked one of the biggest memes of the internet this year. You will probably go down in history at the end of the year as the biggest meme. That being said, there's no way that you are acting like this and meditating on it for 3 months, dude. That's literally like 20 years old, like in internet terms. Like people are still thinking about other shit now. Like nobody remembered that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. When you look back at the end of the year, everyone will remember it because we're all thinking about it. But when people come out like a month later, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, cool. Uh, he did that, yeah." Like I haven't seen anything on or any other reactions to this in the last 3 months. I completely forgot it even happened. I thought that this happened last year, to be honest.
There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like, I made a choice on my own from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe.
Yeah, I like how he tries to fake cry here, and then he goes back, and if you look, someone asks if Jada had anything to do with it. And I don't want to accuse Jada of anything because, that's fucked up, but there's no way that she didn't have anything to do with it. Based on half the time that you see her in like interviews or whatever, where she openly says that she would cheat on Will Smith, or whatever. There's no way that that she didn't have anything to do with it. I'm sorry.
Tell you to do something. No. It's like, I made a choice.
Sorry for repeating it, but yeah, I just want to say right here, he's like laugh crying here, and I think that it's kind of sad to see how this man is just gonna let her walk all over him. I mean, I don't think that like she's necessarily like an abusive partner or anything. I'm for sure not making those accusations, but I think that she's being a little bit manipulative here, and I know that it's probably not like the right thing to say, but yeah, I think that she is not a very nice person. I think she is a very rude individual, and if she wants something done, then it'll be done. But yeah, I'll keep playing it a little bit for you.
From my history with Chris, Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. I'm going to say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all.
Not to keep interrupting the video, but this is the most serious part of the video, and he notices here how he says the words "I'm sorry" to his wife and to his kids, but he still has yet to say the words "I'm sorry" to Chris Rock. Not that like I think he needs to apologize because this is Hollywood shit, and if this wasn't actually staged, like that's awesome. Uh, but like if you're gonna make an apology video, then you should say I'm sorry to the person who actually deserves to be apologized to, not just to your family or whatever for embarrassing them. I mean, sure, you embarrassed them and your acting career is probably tanked forever now, and your career is probably ruined, but you slap the shit out of somebody. Be honest here. Are you gonna be more concerned that your career's over, or should you be apologizing to them?
All my fellow nominees. This is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me. And it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's award. And, it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient.
I'm sorry, but if you're gonna be apologizing for ruining the Oscars, I think you're making the wrong apology here, Will. People want you to do that. That's what they want the Oscars to be. People don't watch the Oscars because they find it entertaining or give a shit. And if you do, you're just a liar, straight up. Like, I don't know anyone who possibly could sit down and watch the Oscars for fun. The only time I've watched the Oscars in the last 10 years, at being 20, the only time I can remember watching the Oscars was when my boomer grandparents had it on, or was when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. I didn't watch the Oscars otherwise, and I didn't even watch the full Oscars. I just watched that one single clip. So yeah, I'm sorry, but you're making the wrong apology here. Like, you mean well, and I know at least I'm assuming you do. I don't know you personally, Will, but it seems like you mean well. But you're apologizing for the wrong thing. You should be apologizing to Chris Rock for slapping the shit out of him, not for ruining the Oscars. Nobody cares about the Oscars.
I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down?
Yeah, I'm gonna just come in here and I'm gonna answer this question for you. You don't have to apologize to me, bro. You made me watch the Oscars this year. Totally worth it in my book. You also sparked probably one of the best things to ever happen in the last 3 months, where people have just been clowning on you and Chris Rock forever. You sparked something so good that people want you guys to boxing match now. Which, I mean, I would be into it, but I don't know. I don't think that you need to apologize for this part. It is just hilarious to me.
So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me.
Don't worry, Will. You didn't disappoint me, my friend. You made me feel really happy. And I can't believe that I'm going to say this, but I would love to see you have another Oscar one day. Maybe if you end up being in a boxing movie with Chris Rock. That would be pretty cool.
And the work I'm trying to do is, I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this video. This video was just one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Dude, you don't have to be ashamed for slapping the shit out of someone. You don't have to act like a fucking child who was told that they did something bad and then got slapped on the wrist or put in timeout or whatever. You're a grown-ass adult who won an Oscar. You're, what, almost 50 years old? It's fucking crazy to me that you came onto the internet and decided to do this video and act like that this was the good move, or the best move. I mean, he has taken the best advice from YouTubers. He did hang out with a bunch of them for the infamous 2018 YouTube Rewind, one of the worst YouTube videos of all time. So, I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to talk about this video because I thought that this apology was one of the shittiest apologies ever, and not shitty in like, it was awful, like bad, but it was just like a goofy ass apology that, I mean, not necessarily didn't need to be made, but he did it mostly right, but not 100% accurate, and I just wanted to talk about it for a minute because I thought it was really goofy. But yeah, that's about all I got. Thanks.